On behalf of my ministry and for the future of unanimity, I thank you to come for this final interview. Now, this is not a trial, nor an interrogation. Your version of the truth is all what matters.
Truth is singular. Its versions are mistruths.
Ordinarily, I ask my prisoners to recall the very first memory to provide a context for the Copocratic historians of the future.
Fabricants have no such a memory as Archivist. One 24-hour cycle in Papa's song is identical from any other.
Please, can you describe a Papa Song cycle?
If you wish. A server is walking at us hour 4:30 by stimulating the airflow. After a minute in the hygienier and steamer, we put on fresh uniform before filing into the dinery. At yellow up, the first new day's consumers arrive. For the following 19 hours, we clean, prepare food, and serve our consumers with strict adherence to First Catechism.
What is the first catechism?
Honor thy consumer.
What do you do in your free time?
Only purebloods are entitled to free time, Archivist.
Of course. Do you ever think about the future?
Papa's song servers have only one possible long-time future.
You mean exaltation? Please, can you describe the ritual of passage?
After mating some first day, Siri put a pin on every server color. For 12 stars is a momentous day. We believed it meant an end to our life as servers, an end to our contract.
How did you feel when you saw one of your sisters sand?
Exhilarating. I was happy for them. Also envy as well.
And did the other sister servers feel the same as you did?
Most of them. Yes.
What can you tell me about the infamous Yuna 939?
It started with a secret.
You didn't report the actions of Yuna 939 when she was violating the rules.
I couldn't.
Your action violated the fifth catechism, yes?
That's true.
Why such a transgression?
Because she was my friend.
I didn't know fabricants had friends.
There's much that purebloods do not realize about fabricants. Isn't that the reason I'm here?
Can you describe the events of March 25 from your point of view? Why did you go with Chunk?
Fear.
Fear of what?
I knew if I didn't do something very soon, what had happened to Yuna was going to happen to me.
Can you tell me the particular of your escape with Chong? How did you feel when the first time the doors of the elevators opened?
It was exhilarating. When the door opened, I saw my first sunrise.
Did you know that Chong was Union?
No, but it wouldn't have mattered.
Why not?
Because it was the first time when a pureblood had showed me kindness. He told me that knowledge to consciousness is what sunlight is to plants.
So was it Chong that provided you the codes to the Boom Sum Kim's Unity terminal?
During the day, I did whatever Mr. Kim had told me to do. But at night, I traveled the length of your culture. From the Greeks to the Chinese, from the lengths of your history, of your unending wars, to the 7 dialects of Yong-Um. And the library often refused my requested downloads. And then I understood that the path I was on, it was the right one.
And Mr. Kim had no awareness of what was really going on?
Of course not. He believed he was developing a formula for a more attentive domestic.
When in the meantime the Union was pursuing their agenda.
Their goal was always the ascendancy of a fabricant, and I was their last remaining hope.
How long did you serve Mr. Kim as a servant?
Until 12 months. I remember watching the snow fall through my small dorm. It was nothing like ever seen. Bruised lilac in half-light. Such a pure solace.
You speak like an estate sometimes.
Perhaps deprivation. Perceive most beauty.
Indeed, deprivation can heighten perception. But it raises the question, why a system designed for function would suppress such a vital instinct?
You can maintain power over people if you give them something. Rob a man, and that man will no longer be in your power. Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
20th century philosopher. His complete work has been banned by Executive Order 2131. How did you know about him?
A book.
An actual book?
It was a gift.
So you've accepted that your life would come to an end?
I do not fear death. Do you know that fabricants are a cheap source of protein?
Make you consume your own and call it order. maybe through this cycle, it must really take knowledge of sacrifice.
If persuasion does not work, we must fight to achieve this end, whatever force is necessary.
Time is almost up. Can you tell me about your arrest?
I was taken to a Union-controlled satellite link. I broadcasted my catechism to the 12 states and 4 world colonies. 18 minutes later, the enforcers attacked.
The report says that Commander Chang died in the assault.
That's correct.
Were you in love with him?
Yes, I do.
Still in love with him?
I'm terribly always do. Our lives are not our own. From womb to tomb, we are bound to others, past and present. And by each cry and every kindness, we birth our future.
In your statement, you mentioned that one individual's action might have consequences and ripple over eternity. Does that mean you believe in an afterlife, or hell, or heaven?
I believe death is only a door. And when it closes, another opens. And if I can imagine heaven, I would imagine a door open, and behind it I'll see him waiting for me. That's heaven.
On behalf of my ministry and myself, I thank you for your time. I have one more question. You had to know that this old plan engineered by the Union would fail.
Of course. That's exactly what General Apis laid out to me in that room. This was my destiny.
What? To be executed?
Yes.
Why?
If I remained invisible, the truth would stay hidden, and I couldn't allow that. Fabricants are not machines. We are alive. We have dreams and we have feelings just like anyone else. We can feel the fear, the terror, the hunger, and the beauty of the sunlight, the joy, the happiness, the love. Just quieter. Because no one have ever listened to us. No one. And yes, we were told that exaltation was a blessing, and our souls would be recycled and renewed. And we believed it. We believed the system. But in reality, we feed our sisters with our own flesh.
What if no one believed this truth?
That cannot happen.
Why?
Because someone already